All right, so we're in Algebra 1. We have a new seating chart, a new unit, lesson 3-1 today, solutions to two variable equations. So let's start off by reading, I guess our date today is Monday, October 7th, 10, got some lag there, 10/7/19. Who wants to read our objective? It looks like Emma is first.
Find and check the solutions to an equation with two variables.
There it is. Thank you, Ugo, for updating. Yep. Thank you. So, all we're doing is finding and checking. We're not doing anything too hard. We're just making sure we all know what is happening when we have an equation with two variables. So, let's start off some vocab. A solution. What is a solution? It's a value or values that we can put in place of a variable that, and I'm just going to fill in the blank for you guys here. And if we can all shut our laptops, that would be lovely. Variable that makes the equation true. And I'm using this word true, and I'll wait for you guys to copy this down. When I say true, that means that 1 is equal to 1, that the left side and the right side are indeed equal to each other. So if you don't like this word true, you can think of something like 3x is equal to 3x. You can think of 4 is equal to 4. That's what I mean when I say true, that the left side and the right side of the equal sign are the same. So as long as the left side and the right side are the same, we're doing good. So, ordered pair. Can someone quietly raise their hand and give me an example of an ordered pair of numbers, like on a coordinate plane? Yeah, go for it, Charles. Give it a shot.
Like, what do you mean ordered? Like, ordered as in,
Like on a coordinate plane.
so it would be
That would be for a 4-dimensional graph, but just for a 2-dimensional graph, so you still get your 50 XP. Thank you, Ugo, because you still participated. And Esha?
Would it be like 3, 2?
It is indeed. So like 3, 2. That would be an ordered pair. On a coordinate plane, we have two numbers. One tells you the x, one tells you the y. So the main thing to write here is that one of them has to be an x, one of them has to be the y. This will be true until you hit Algebra 2. In Algebra 2, I'll tell you that there's a whole other shadow dimension that you have to account for. But for now, this is good, x, y. All right, so, and it doesn't go y, x. Example number 1, which ordered pair is a solution to the equation? So for each of these possible choices, we have 3, 4, 1, 3, and it could be maybe both of them. So we have to check each of these. That means that 3 right here is going to be substituted in for x, and that 4 is going to be substituted in for y, and we're going to check to make sure that the left is equal to the right. So here we go. Over here on the side of A, we're going to plug in. So I'm going to rewrite my equation, but in the place of x and y, I'm going to substitute in my ordered pair. This is how I write it. -2. I was going to write x here. I'll leave this empty. That's going to be a 3. You can go ahead of me if you're nice and fast. Plus 5y, but in the place of y, I'm going to leave the open parentheses, and y is really 4. And that should be equal to 14. And then we have to do some mental math because we don't have very much room for our notes. But -2 times 3 is 6. -6, thank you. Teacher error, if you want to. Yeah, 70 XP, log it in your extra credit tracker. 5 times 4, 20. And then I need to ask myself, is -6 plus 20 14? Can you guys give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Is -6 plus 20 equal to 14? It's the same as asking, is 20 minus 6 14? And everyone should be giving me a thumbs up. It is indeed true, so we can give ourselves a check, yes, or you can say that yes, 14 is equal to 14, and then you can say yes. A is true, well, 3, 4 is true, but we don't know if only 3, 4 is true. So let me make sure that we have an overview of what's going on. We just substituted this ordered pair, 3, 4. 3 was substituted in for x, 4 was substituted in for y. We plug those in and check that the left side is equal to the right side. That makes the equation true. If it makes the equation true, that is an answer. But now we need to check if 1, 3 is an answer. So you guys right now, plug in 1, 3. Do the same thing on the line below. You're going to do -2 times the x coordinate, which is 1. Multiply it all out. See if the left side is indeed equal to the right side. I should be able to walk around now and see everyone working on this. All right, so we're back. Can someone walk me through? Can someone read out what I should write out when I substitute in?
Oh, I don't have a
Wyatt.
Alright, so -2 times 1 plus 5 times 3 then would equal 13.
I guess 14 is the right side. So when I simplify the left side, I get what equals what?
13 equals 14.
And does 13 equal 14?
No.
Okay, so definitely want to cross off 1, 3. You can circle 3, 4. That one was good. So if it was 14 equals 14 again, then we could say both. But since 1, 3 is not an answer, only A is an answer. If neither of them were true equations, then we can go and hit option D. Neither of them work. So now you're going to try all of example number 2 by yourself. So go for it. All right, so more volunteers. Who can do A for me? Eamon, go for it.
3x plus 2y equals 12.
Yep.
So if you take the 3x and multiply that by 2, you get 6. And you take the 2y and multiply that by 3, you get 6. If you add these two numbers together, you are getting 12.
You do indeed get 12, so that means that 12 is equal to 12. And what do you conclude from 12 equals 12, Eamon?
And it's that the two numbers are the same.
Okay, yeah, so that 2, 3 is one of the solutions, right?
It's true.
Yeah, the equation is true. Thank you. So 2, 3, we should all be circling. 2, 3 is definitely an answer. It might not be A, because it could be both of them, but 2, 3 is definitely one of the solutions. Again, we are circling solutions to this equation. All right, who wants to do 4, 0 for us? Who still has their card? Anyone? Yeah, I saw Ulysses first with his card.
Well, I have it right here. 3 times 4 plus 2 times 0 equals 12.
And what does the left side simplify to?
This is about
12. Okay.
yeah, 6 plus 6. Oh no, I mean 12 plus 0.
Yeah, 12 plus 0. 3 times 4 is 12. Yeah, so 12 plus 0 is indeed 12. So what do you conclude from 12 equals 12, Ulysses?
That is correct. That one.
That 4, 0 is a solution? Perfect. So that means that 2, 3 is a solution and 4, 0 is a solution, which means our answer, everyone shouted out, is C. All right, everyone gets 10 XP. That's a procedure right there. All right, so then we have a different type of example, example number 3, and I have another one, example 4, that you can try on your own on the back. And I know that some of you already know how to do this because I was walking around and you guys were getting it correct. Complete the missing value in the solution to the equation. Again, we're finding solutions. There are an actual infinite number of solutions here. But because I have now picked 5 for the x coordinate, there's only, well, usually there should only be one solution for the y coordinate, unless I'm dealing with curves and stuff. Eventually, we're going to be dealing with things that look like this and like this. They're called quadratics. But for now, we're just doing a line. So if I have one value for x, I have one value for y. So I have one value for x. X is indeed equal to 5. That means I don't know what my y is, so I'm just going to leave it y for now, but you're not going to write y there. We're going to write our number there once we figure it out. But we know what x is. X is equal to 5. So in this equation with two variables, everywhere that you see an x, substitute in a 5. Go ahead and rewrite that. And who can read me my new equation after you substitute in your 5? Larissa, yeah.
So it would be 3 times 5 plus 4y equals negative y plus 5. Or 5 plus 5 times 5.
5 times 5. Perfect. Thank you. You can turn in your card. Ugo's going to give you 50 XP. And I need another volunteer to do PEMDAS down to simplify, and then we're going to undo PEMDAS by solving for x. Yes, Kira.
So what you can do is 3 times 5 is 15 plus 4y equals negative y plus 25.
Perfect. Thank you. 50 XP. You're in. And now I need to start going backwards with PEMDAS. I need to start solving. I need to start undoing things. Let's deal with our, well, I guess it doesn't matter if you deal with the constants or the variables first, but if you deal with the variables, it usually tends to be easier. Do whatever you want to solve. Who has a step? How am I going to solve this guy? This is going all the way back to last unit. Is there anyone that has a card yet? Card to still turn in, Jade?
Okay, so I think you subtract 15 from both sides.
Let's do it. Subtract 15 on both sides. And what do you get when I do that, Jade? I'm going to do it tiny here.
4y equals negative y plus 10.
It's negative y plus 10 when I subtract 15 from both sides. 15's cancel out. That does look correct. So 50 XP, thank you. And our next step, after Jade's step. Our next step.
I got 2 things thrown at me this morning. I do not want to see another.
Larissa, go for it again.
Add y to both sides.
Add y. Add y. And what do we get when we add y to both sides? I'm going to come back over here.
You want me to say it?
Yes, please.
5y equals
So that means we get 5y is equal to 10 because those y's cancel out. Perfect, thank you, 50 XP. And another volunteer. How do we solve for y? Our final thing that we do. Charles?
We divide it by 4.
Ooh, careful.
No, we'll be dividing it by 5.
Yes, divide by 5 and I get what?
You will get y equals 2.
Y is equal to 2, which means I come back all the way over here to where I had a blank for y. And Charles, I write a 2. There it is. Final answer, 5, 2 is the solution if x is y.
Wait, so this is what
Or
we
sorry,
do?
x is 5. These are the 2 things you're doing over and over again for the homework. Starting nice and easy. It gets harder very fast, so just be careful. Go ahead and do example number 4 on the back after you finish example 4 and you check with at least 2 other people. You may begin on the homework on Khan Academy. Good luck. Example number 4. Presenting number 4. Who are you?
Oh, Larissa. Oh wait, I wrote it wrong.
Command Z.
Oops, I keep hitting a space.
Yep, so really close. We just missed the copying down of the negative here, so that makes this a negative 2x. Have to divide everything by negative 2, and negative divided by negative makes this a positive, and we have the right answer.